What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Ken's Pats Talks Patriots podcast. I hope all y'all had a great Easter, a good, happy Easter. Mine was all right. Spent some time with the family, ate out a little bit. Um, didn't go to no Easter egg hunt this year, nothing like that. But hey, all in all, it was a pretty good Easter for me. Pretty good. I hope it was great for y'all, man. I'm gonna come on here for a little bit tonight, talk about some of the best possible fits for the Patriots this year in the 23 NFL draft wide receivers. Like, what wide receivers do y'all think will fit with the Patriots this year? I got a few written down right here in mind. A bunch of them. I can't even really make up my mind which which one I want to go with. I went back and forth on Zay Flowers. He's a hot name right now. Quentin Johnston. He fits us good. He give us another dynamic, that X wide receiver, because with Devontae Parker, um, his contract is up after this season. So we need some depth there. Jordan Addison, my favorite wide receiver. I'm in love with Jordan Addison. I love me some Addison. If I had my way, I would go Jordan Addison. You got Jackson Smith and Gigba, Jonathan Mingo at Ole Miss. Not he's a guy not getting a lot of talk. Really good receiver. Josh Downs out of Carolina, another good receiver. So I mean, it's a bunch of different ways we can go. I do think Downs, Mingo. I don't think they'll go in the first round. It's looking like Jackson Smith and Gigba is probably the number one wide receiver this year, and it's not really a good class. So it's looking like JSN, he's going to be the first potential wide receiver to come off the board. And I'm thinking if Houston goes Bryce Young, they're probably going to get him at four. I think they're picking 12. Houston's picking. Yeah, I think they're probably going to get him at 12. So, I've heard Quentin Johnston going there too. So there's some pretty decent wide receivers in this draft class right now. I wouldn't say I think last year's class was a lot better, but for the Patriots, I think the best fit, I would go Zay Flowers. And if rumor has it, I did. If y'all seen my YouTube short, as soon as he got off the flight from Vegas last Wednesday, he visited with the Patriots. He went straight to Gillette Stadium, got in the playbook with Bill O'Brien, and I mean reports were going everywhere. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported. So, and then we coached him up at the East West at the Shrine Bowl. The Shrine Bowl. We coached him up there. He's had a couple of meetings with him. We also met with Jackson Smith and Gigba, Jordan. All these guys right here: Quentin Johnson, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith and Gigba, Mingo Downs. I'm hearing we met with all of those. So this class is very interesting. And right now we got Juju Smith-Schuster, Taquan Thornton. Maybe he can like take a big leap. I think we're hoping him to take a big leap this second year. There's still rumors out there about Jerry Jeudy and all that have cooled down a little bit. Don't think we can go that route right now. But the draft is we're 2 weeks away from the NFL draft. 2 weeks away, so anything can happen. Anything, the NFL is a deadline league, so it's possible that Denver might trade Jeudy on draft night, kind of like last year when the Eagles acquired AJ Brown from the Titans. So it'd be very then Hollywood Brown went to the Cardinals from Baltimore. So it'd be very interesting to see what happened, man. My best fit is Jordan Addison, as I previously stated. He does everything. Slot, outside, he's explosive. I think his stock has went down a little bit because of the combine. He didn't run that fast, but the guy can play. He's a baller. He played at Pitt, and then he transferred to USC and played with Kalen Williams. But he played with Kenny Pickett. The guy he won the Bullitt Collins Award. Like Jordan Addison is my wide receiver one. He's my one. I mean, I know a lot of people got different opinions. I've seen some people say Quentin Johnson, Jackson Smith, and Gigba. Zay Flowers' stock is roaring right now. His stock is roaring. Like it's skyrocketing. But my preference now, this is my dream scenario. I'm not my list right here ain't gonna go with everybody else's. It's my wish list. If I had it my way, if I'm doing the scouting and the drafting for the past, if I had it my way, my wish would be Jordan Addison at 14. I do think it's too early to get him right there, but my wish would be Jordan Addison. If we can get Addison and then hop back later on in the first round, because we don't have to grab a tackle right away. We don't have to get a tackle right away. We can get a tackle in the second, third. We're normally good at drafting tackles, but I think cornerback and wide receiver are our top needs. I think it's corner and wide receiver, and we're sitting at a great spot because right now, what's going on, DJ? Doing some draft talk. Talk some draft. Just breaking down some of the best wide receiver draft fits for the Patriots. I got Quentin Johnson, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith and Gigba, Mingo, Downs. So I'm just going over that right now. Who I think is the best fit for the Patriots. My preference would be Jordan Addison. He's my favorite wide receiver in this class. I want Addison. Some might say Zay Flowers fit better. I think Quentin Johnson gives us another dynamic that we don't have. Because Parker, he's kind of hit and miss. He's a good player when he's on the field, but he gets banged up a lot. And after Parker, we don't have nobody to X. And if you grab Quentin Johnson, he's gonna play the X. So he gives you a good insurance policy for Devontae Parker his first year anyway. So Quentin Johnson, and I seen some of our scouts and Belichick, they went to TCU Pro Day and seen him. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, man. This draft here at 14, the good news is we can go a number of ways. Like I don't think nobody in Pat's Nation gonna be mad. Whatever way we go, I don't think nobody gonna be mad because we're sitting at a prime position. Because the way the board's gonna fall, you gotta think the quarterbacks are gonna take up a lot of space. So it's gonna cause a lot of guys to drop and start to drop where they get drafted at. Anthony Richardson, he's going up. Levis, obviously Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, they're going probably 1 and 2. So these quarterbacks, it's be like probably like 5 quarterbacks in the top 10 picks, probably 4. So that's going to cause some of the guys to fall back. I would be happy, me personally, at 14, Joey Porter, corner out of Penn State. I'll be happy with that pick. Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison. I mean, I guess I'm not the biggest Jackson Smith and Gigba guy, but Quentin Johnston, Joey Porter, Jordan Addison. I'd be happy with Zay Flowers. I'd be happy with any of them at 14. What do you think about Zay top 30 visit with us, went over the play? Yeah, I just said it right before you got on. That's big, man. I ain't never heard it. I heard we did that when they killed Harry a few years ago, and we know how that turned out. He was a buzz for us, but we still drafted him at 30 with a 32nd pick. So that's big. I'm feeling okay. I don't know what player we're gonna get. I want Jordan Addison, but I think you can get back into the first and get him. But lately, I think we're gonna go cornerback or wide receiver at 14. I don't think we're gonna go offensive tackle. I think it's gonna be corner or wide receiver with that 14 pick. Because you look at what we did to offensive line this offseason, we kind of addressed that. Well, we're not long term rough, but we got some stock gaps there for right now. I think we're good on the O line to go first round. Last time we did that, we drafted that player. Yep. And that player wasn't here. Yeah, it didn't work out for us, but we did draft him, right? Yep, DJ, good point. I think Zay Flowers, I think he fits with us well though. He reminds me of Brandon Cooks that just got drafted by the Cowboys and Antonio Brown. I see a little bit of AB in him too. He's kind of shaped like a running back. He's shaped like a Tyreek Hill, but I like he plays kind of like AB a little bit. And he's shaped like a little bit of Brandon Cooks too. So he reminds me of a Brandon Cooks. He's stocky, but he's explosive, man. He can run every route. He's explosive. He can play outside, inside, and bro, he can make you look silly. He can make you look silly after the catch. Him and Josh Downs, I've seen, man, they can make you look absolutely silly after the daggone after the catch. I think Zay can come in and be an instant. Yeah, I believe that. Just get the ball in his hand, man. We gotta use him right. 6 or 7 10. Yeah, we gotta use him right. If he can give us that, and let's just say Tyquan Thornton gives us about 400 to 500 yards, that's good. Juju can give you about 600 to 700 yards if he stays on the field. You got Parker. But the interesting thing is, I think we're going to double dip at wide receiver this year. Like last year, we took 2 running backs. I think we're going to go double. We're going to go probably Zay Flowers first round, and keep an eye on this guy, Jalen. I think Jaden Reed out of Michigan State. I like him. Or maybe like a Zay Flowers and pairing with Jonathan Mingo in the 3rd round, something like that. But I do think we're going to double dip at wide receiver this year because Bourne and Parker, they're going after this coming year. Their contracts are up. And they'll leave us with Tyquan Thornton, Juju Smith-Schuster, and that's about it. So I think we're going to double dip this year. But Zay Flowers, man, the guy can play inside, outside. He can do it all, man. I've seen him make some people look crazy, man. I love Zay Flowers. But I don't put him over Jordan Addison. I'm a big Jordan Addison fan. But when I turn the tape on Addison, I instantly fell in love with him. Like his footwork, he reminds me of like a Stephon Diggs, Calvin Ridley guy. We got the perfect offensive coordinator. Yeah, of course. Because I can see us, Zay Flowers on the outside. Juju going to be a big slot. Maybe you have Parker. Tyquan Thornton could probably battling for that fourth wide receiver spot. Well, who knows? I mean, you come into camp, they come into camp and they playing very well. It could be Juju, Zay, Tyquan Thornton. I think Tyquan Thornton gonna have a big year this year. I think last year I watched every snap, every game, and like he was open a lot of time. Man, so yeah, but he was open. He was open a bunch of times last year. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see what happened there. Very interesting. Very. My bad. Somebody call. But I'm gonna go with that first pick, 14th. Ooh, give me Zay. I mean, well, no, yeah, give me Zay because I don't think we're gonna pick Jordan Addison that early. I don't think we'll get him. No, I don't think it just doesn't make sense to pick him that early. Not that early. No, I actually think that if we can grab like let's see, Zay Flowers, it did like I was just saying, Zay Flowers at the X, he can play X and he can play all over the field. I watched some film on him over the weekend. They moved him all over the field, man. I mean, all over the field is crazy, and he is explosive after the catch. Jackson Smith and Gigba, I like him. I don't love him. I don't love him because for one, we already got that in Juju Smith Schuster. We got that type of wide receiver in Juju. So I don't think, I mean, if you bring in JSL, I feel like you're clocking up the middle of the field. He's a good player, but can he play outside? I know Zay Flowers can play outside. I know Jordan Addison. I know Quentin Johnston can play outside, but can Jack Smith can he play outside? Or is he just going to be inside guy? That's my thing on him. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know. But I think he's the most pro ready prospect. Like I think day one, he could come into the Patriots offense and look real good. I feel like Matt finna have a breakout year for some. I've been feeling like that. I've been thinking about that too. He's gonna shut a lot of people up, man. People don't realize how much was on him last year. Like I understand the off field, like the sideline intakes and stuff like that, but that's just frustration boiling in. It was just boiling in, boiling over, man. 4,000, 35 touchdowns. I can see about 28 to 30 touchdowns and just see what else we do in the draft. Yep, definitely see that. Most definitely. I think he's gonna have a big year. Like it can't be no worse than last year. And what people don't talk about is down the stretch, he actually played better down the stretch last year. And like things kind of calmed down for him a little bit. The turnovers and a lot of his interceptions last year, a couple of them were tilt passes or he got hit. And like the one against the Jets, that second one he threw when the I think the DN hit him. I think Bourne was wide. I think he was going to Bourne, but the guy hit him or whatnot, and the ball it just looked like a punt. Like I mean, I know it still goes down to interception, but a lot of them were his fault, man. Just like Dak Prescott. Not to compare Dak to Mac, but a lot of picks last year wasn't Dak Prescott's fault. It's just it was just weird things happen, man. But it still goes in as an interception. But I feel like he's gonna have a big year. Mid wide receivers and bad offensive coordinators does not go well together. I don't think no quarterback can come. Yeah, of course. I said the same thing. I don't think Patrick Mahomes would did good last year with that. I don't think Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. It was a absolute disaster. The fact that we still won 7 or 8 games last year with that mess was crazy. I think defense played a big part. But Matt and Ramondre Stevens was basically the offensive MVP. Marcus Jones. We just got to add a little. We got to add a little more. Back to the defense side of the ball, though, I do feel like we're going up. If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets, they about to have a good wide receiver core. He's gonna make those guys even better. We haven't beat Josh Allen in the Bills, and I don't know when. Tua has always given us problems with all that speed and rush they got there in Miami. Our cornerback at 14, Joey Porter, I would not be mad with that because then we can get back to playing how we used to play. We can double their best wide receiver and put our number one on their number two. So, say for instance, we playing Buffalo. We can double Stephon Diggs with maybe Jonathan Jones in a safety at the top. Put Joey Porter, probably our best corner, athletically, and put him on Gabe Davis or something like that. So, like, I would not mind us get Julius Brent's another good name to look at later on in the draft. Probably a second rounder if we don't get Joey Porter. But most of the mock drafts I've seen, Joey Porter has been marked to the Patriots at that 14 pick. And I would not, like I said, Joey Porter, Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers, I wouldn't be mad with none of them picks. None of those. I would not be mad with them because I feel like we're getting a good player, a really good player, a really good player. Um, Jonathan Mingo, he looks like AJ Brown to me. I like him out of Ole Miss. He really getting slept on. There are a lot of people not talking about him. The kid can ball. He can play X and slot. He's explosive. I like Jonathan Mingo. Somebody's gonna get a really good player. Whoever gets from Jonathan Mingo, they're gonna get a really good player because the kid can play. Um, one of my personal favorites, Josh Downs out of UNC down here, pretty good player, really good. But he kind of, I don't see that big of a drop off between him and Zay Flowers. But I feel like Zay Flowers probably a little more explosive or whatnot. But Josh Downs, I've seen him make some people look silly too. I love Josh Downs. Somebody else can get a good player. He's another player that can go somewhere. He can play good. I don't know if he'll ever be like a number one. I think Zay Flowers has more upside, has more of a ceiling, but Josh Downs, I think he could be a really good slot receiver for a bunch of teams. A bunch of teams. So yeah, I think Quentin Johnston, he kind of reminds, I know a lot of people said something about N'Keal Harry. He's not N'Keal Harry. He's way different. He is nowhere near N'Keal Harry. He's way more explosive. He's faster. I just think he gets open way more better than what Harry would. Harry didn't get open in college. I've actually seen Quentin Johnston get open, run some good routes, catch the ball and like do some things. He's one of his negatives is though he doesn't win a lot of contested catches or whatnot. The percentage wasn't as what they expected. So I think Quentin Johnston, he probably go in the 20s though. I believe he probably go in the 20s. I think if the Texans go Bryce Young, they probably get Quentin Johnston with the number 12 pick. They'll probably get him there. But like I said, with that 14th pick, we're sitting in a great spot, man. I'm not gonna be mad with the pick. I don't want to go offensive tackle. I know you got to protect Mac and the running game and all that. But I feel like, man, this is a good line draft. You can get that in the third round, fourth round, and we're good at drafting on the offensive line. I don't feel we have to reach for nobody right there, man. Offensive tackle is not stopping Josh Allen. Offensive tackle is not putting points on the board. They're going to help, but they're not. Are they going to move the needle? No, I don't believe so. I don't think drafting a tackle there is going to move the needle. I'm not Bill Belichick. I'm not in the scouting department, so of course I don't know. Based on our previous history, we don't know. Uncertainty that we don't know what's going to happen there. I'm sitting here talking about we're going to draft wide receiver or corner. You might go punter, and I'd be mad at that. We might go DN. Like who knows? It's the big unknown. You don't know. It's one of those things you just do not. You don't know what we're gonna go. Last year, I didn't think we were gonna draft Cole Strange. I wanted George Pickens, at least within the second round. Look what we got, Cole Strange. And then we went Taquan Thornton. The jury's still out on Taquan Thornton. No shade to him, but I'm like, come on, man. You could have had George Pickens. Look what he did in Pittsburgh last year, 11 time. Day one, making plays. So my preference, like I said, with that 14th pick, would be Joey Porter. Joey Porter, Quentin Johnston, Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers. Any of those guys right there, I'm happy with. I'm fine with those picks right there. I'm fine with it. So we're gonna definitely see what happens. Also, this whole week I'm gonna be doing another show Wednesday, breaking down some of the top prospects. We're gonna have a special guest Wednesday night. Patriots Global. A lot of y'all, I don't know if y'all might know him. He's gonna join me 8 o'clock Eastern. Probably be here for a little bit. He might got like a little mock draft. He's gonna share with y'all. He's gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna talk Matt Jones, some of the top prospects for the Patriots, like I'm doing tonight. But I'm gonna come back up here probably. I might come back tomorrow night, and I'm gonna break down some of the offensive tackles and the cornerbacks. And right now, but until the draft, I'm doing positional breakdowns. So we're gonna have a bunch of shows doing positional breakdown between now and April 27th. Or the position that the Patriots really need. Those are the positions I'm gonna go over. But I appreciate y'all joining me, and I just want to hop on for a little bit. Glad y'all had a great Easter, whatnot. Just make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like I always say, the ones gonna hop on and check it out later on. Make sure you like, you share, and subscribe. Also leave a comment, man. Let me know what you think, what I could do better at, what you didn't agree on. Make sure you let me know. Make sure you follow me on IG, Cans_Pats Talk. Make sure you follow me there. Twitter, Cans Pats Talk, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Go Pats.